for those temperatures today, and partly cloudy skies, 2 to 4 foot sets rolling in. A little on the cooler side, I think, at the coast in those 60s, so you want to grab that sweatshirt if you are headed there. Today, tomorrow, really with the stronger onshore flow, and then those temperatures warming up just in time for the weekend. All right, this is my weather. I'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Maria. So we are awaiting a press conference now. You can see Mayor Bass and city officials about this police officer who was killed in the line of duty on the 405. We are awaiting a news conference right now. Let's take a listen to see.
Brought into the UCLA Medical Center in Chief Jim McDonald there, along with Mayor Karen Bass. Obviously, a huge outpouring for the officer who was killed. And here's the chief.
Good morning, and thank you for being here. And it's with a heavy heart that I shared some news that's tragic for the police family and for the residents of Los Angeles and really the nation. This morning, about 2 o'clock in the morning, Sergeant Sho Deng, assigned to West LA Division, was southbound on the 405 at Getty Center Drive when he observed a traffic collision ahead of him. He saw that it was a serious crash, and he activated his to be able to slow traffic behind him and provide some level of safety for the people who were involved in that collision. He exited from his police vehicle, and as he approached the crash site, he was struck from the rear by oncoming traffic. He was transported to UCLA Medical Center, and despite their valiant efforts, he did not make it. He passed sometime this morning. He's an exceptional guy, a true leader, a true hero. He had just 26 and a half years on the LAPD. During that time, he spent about 17 of those years working our mental evaluation unit, where he was out there every day caring for the most vulnerable in our society. 2 years ago, he made sergeant and was assigned to West LA Division, and he was, all the people I've talked to who work closely with him, exceptionally funny, caring to a fault for his people. And just somebody who got out there every day and tried to make the situation that we face as good as it can be for his officers and for the people that we have the privilege to serve in our society. When I think about him, he died a hero. He was out there caring for others, putting their safety before his own. And he is somebody that we will all look to as an inspiration as we carry on the mission. I'd like to now turn it over to Chief Joe Zizzo from the California Highway Patrol. Joe, sorry.
Good morning. Assistant Chief Joe Zizzi, California Highway Patrol, Southern Division. The California Highway Patrol is actively investigating the crash, which occurred southbound 405 north of Getty Center at approximately 2:18 this morning. As the chief said, Sergeant Deng came upon this crash. There was a previous crash in the center divider, exited his vehicle by all accounts to provide assistance, emergency assistance to the motorists. At that time, he was struck by a southbound vehicle. The result was Sergeant Deng was transported to this hospital. There was another party on scene in that previous crash that did die as a result of that collision. So we had 2 people that passed away as a result of this collision. As a result, all lanes are shut down for this investigation. All traffic is being routed on the 101. And the California Highway Patrol multi-accident investigation team is there and will put this crash back together for all parties, including the Los Angeles Police Department. The California Highway Patrol offers our sincerest, heartfelt condolences to the family, friends of Sergeant Deng, and the Los Angeles Police Department and all folks involved in the crash today. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. I'd like to now invite Mayor Karen Bass to share some thoughts as well. Mayor.
Let me just say that this is a sad day for our city. Officers, women and men who put their lives on the line every day. And the sergeant was an example of somebody who lost his life attempting to save others. My heart goes out to his family. My heart also goes out to all of the officers that served with him. Everything that I've heard about him was a real leader, cared about his officers, and I think he's an example of the men and women that serve in our department, and all of us need to think about the sacrifices that they make every day today. We will make sure that the flags fly at half-mast over city buildings. Thank you.
Thanks, Sheriff. Open it up to any questions you might have.
What can you share about the sergeant? I understand he might have been a caretaker for his older parents. Can you share something about him?
Yeah, he did do that. He was somebody who cared deeply about his family, was there for anybody who needed help, when his family, amongst his friends, and those he had the privilege to lead at the LAPD. He's somebody who was always engaged, always reaching out to see what he could do to be helpful, somebody who was funny, somebody who everybody enjoyed being around, and just a great human being, you know, by all accounts. I've talked to dozens of people here this morning, and the accounts are very, very similar. The word that strikes me the most is caring, truly caring about others above his own safety, and we saw that this morning, sadly.
Are you sharing his name?
Yeah, Sho Deng, D-E-N-G.
I'm sorry, can you give the first name again?
Yeah, it's pronounced Sho, and we'll get you the actual spelling.
Last name again?
D-E-N-G, Deng. Yeah. Say that again.
S-H-I-O-U.
Yeah. S-H-I-O-U.
And how long, sir, did you say he's been with the department?
26 and a half years.
What can we expect next if it happens?
We're awaiting representatives from the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office. They will take charge of his body, and then we will coordinate a procession from here to the Coroner's Office in our Hollenbeck area, just east of downtown LA.
Do you have any feel for when that might occur?
Probably shortly after 8 o'clock. Yeah. You know, he's a strong family man. I won't go into great detail about his family out of respect for them and their privacy at this time.
Is there any advice in general when there are these kind of collisions on the freeway? It's just so it's a safer vehicle and all these cars.
Yeah. No, thank you for that. Yeah, you know, I would say this was a tragic case where, you know, going over the 405, most everybody's familiar with that, very dark up there. You come over the top of the hill as you approach Getty Center Drive. I believe this was in the carpool lane, this traffic accident, and when he observed it, he pulled over because he knew, you know, the risk that would involve, and put himself in harm's way in order to be able to alert others coming behind him of the seriousness, and unfortunately he was struck from behind. But the message to the public would be, you know, be alert, be aware of what's ahead of you. Always look as far ahead as you can. Try and anticipate what might happen, and if your visibility is limited, you're coming over the crest of a hill, certainly slow down. That helps an awful lot in your reaction time and ability to be able to avoid something like this. Yes, yes. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
McDonnell, as well as Mayor Karen Bass, talking about the tragic death of Sergeant Sho Deng, a 27-year veteran of LAPD. He spent 17 years caring for the most vulnerable as part of LAPD's mental health unit. McDonnell calling him exceptionally funny and caring, a family man. He died a hero. His final act, in fact, was protecting and making sure that somebody else was safe on the freeway.
And a huge outpouring that you saw there. Lots of officers at the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead this morning. Shortly in this hour, there's going to be a procession to the coroner's office, and the mayor has ordered flags to be flown at half-staff throughout the day in honor of someone who's being hailed as a hero. The 405, I think, is still closed and shut down at this hour because of that tragic accident. Let's go go to Maria with a look at our forecast. Good morning.
Good morning, and yes, just a reminder again to drive extra safely as you head out on the road, please. As we take a look at our weather conditions out there, we do have some clouds. The marine layer is with us and the onshore flow, which has really helped us to keep our daytime highs slightly below the average and that perfect, very comfortable, pleasant zone. The clouds have gotten all the way into the Inland Empire this morning, and that will retreat back to the coast later this afternoon. I think we'll